G'day gang, Dan here, how you going? Back in the Elder Scrolls Online Clockwork City. We're just on the, I think we're on the tail end of this DLC. But we got another quest which I had in my inventory, the Registrar's request. Deliver the plaques to the Clockwork Registrar. So then we'll do that. In fact, let's just ride there. Don't know if that's going to lead on to anything else or not. But I can't quite see much else to do. And then we're going to go meet Sotha Sil. And see what he would like. Let's read this while we cross this bridge. I found a sequence plaque on the road in the Clockwork City radius. An engraving on the plaque asks that it be returned to the Clockwork Registrar in the Brass Fortress. I found all 4 sequence plaques. Now I should return these plaques to the Clockwork Registrar in the Brass Fortress to receive my reward. Right, to the Registrar. Oh.
Won't even hold a discussion. Set didn't teach us to discard knowledge whenever it proves inconvenient.
Even Sotha Sil abandoned those experiments for good reason.
He never forbade them. We did. That was a mistake.
The only one who is choosing to see what they want to see here is you. Find your answers elsewhere, Sovor.
Speaking of Sovor, Proctor Sovor. Looks like we do have another quest.
By the word of Set, I am bound. Greetings, resident. All documents pertaining to your citizenship have been pressed and archived. Thank you for your interest. Go forth and create.
I found these sequence plaques abandoned on the road.
Reflecting. Reflecting. Information found. Sequence plaques CCHW-04, CCHW-03, CCHW-02, CCHW-01. Last archived 342 cycles ago. Archive is incomplete. These sequence plaques have no copies in the archive. Please return them.
What information do these plaques contain?
Information restricted due to current citizen status. Please contact a local Clockwork Apostle representative for more information.
Alright. Is there at least a reward for returning them?
The Brass Fortress thanks you for your cooperation in this matter. All citizens are entitled to a reward for this service. Go. By the word of Set, I am bound. Greetings, resident. All documents pertaining to your citizenship have been pressed and archived. Thank you for your interest. Go forth and create.
What are you exactly?
I am a factotum, a mechanized servitor automaton bound to the Clockwork City. My functions include city maintenance, record-keeping, commerce, hospitality, and basic civil defense.
How many factotums exist in the city?
Just a moment. Current inventory of 7th generation factotums equals 946 active partitions, with an additional 6,400 partitions stored in Cogitum archives.
7th generation?
Lord Set revises factotum source material and partition frames regularly. 6 generations preceded the current model. All additional information pertaining to factotum source material and fabrication is restricted. Thank you for your interest.
Okay. Proctor. This is below. I guess we gotta go around the other side. Yep. Inside the cloisters? Ah, yes. Proctor.
Is this how machines feel as their gears wind down? It's wondrous, isn't it? Elegant, meticulous, timeless. I once took joy in studying the perfection of this realm, but now every revolution of the great gear only tightens the vice in my chest. Tell me, are you here to unravel Lord Set's mysteries?
In a manner of speaking?
Then may I impose on you as a fellow seeker. For all my learning, I can think of no escape from my predicament, save one. An experiment performed by one of my order, for which she was cast out from the Clockwork Apostles. I need you to find her.
You want me to find someone your order exiled?
Terraria was ahead of her time. It was fear that led to her expulsion, not reason. I see that now. Please find her. Tell her I'll make it right if she'll save my life. There is no one among the Order I can turn to. She is my only hope.
That much I can do.
Terraria has been gone a very long time, but her ill-fated experiment created a persistent disorder in the grand schema. Its motions are chaotic, but not entirely unpredictable. Following it may provide some clue to her whereabouts.
What can you tell me about your order?
We were some of Tamriel's best and brightest magi, invited to the Clockwork City by Sotha Sil to attend his experiments and learn from the greatest mind in creation. We have been left to our own devices for a long time. Order was needed. Regulation.
I want to know why Terraria was cast out.
We believed she was meddling with forces that were solely the domain of the Clockwork God. A backward, emotional response one might expect from followers of a less enlightened deity. Destroying her notes and shunning her ideas was shameful.
You told me anything else about what I'm looking for?
Terraria's ambitious experiment resulted in a factotum going haywire. It reduced portions of the brass fortress to shambles before taking its rampage off into the reactor district. We record its movements by analyzing the destruction in its wake.
And what is it that's ailing you?
Age, Seeker. Too many grains from the hourglass have gathered in this humble body. They've worn its workings so thin. I don't think it will be long before I join the inert. But I'm not ready. There's still so much to see.
Alright, Proctor. A search for Terrari begins. Oh yeah, so this is a section of the city that we haven't really spent too much time in. We did have one of the very early quests taking us over there, but I don't think I've been there since. Wonder if there's anything else over here. It does look like there is something over there for us. I think his wandering to places are familiar to him. He's returned to the site of my first workshop where we met. I don't think he can recognize it in its current disrepair. He's just wandering and crying out, lost, alone, and in pain. Bolin, forgive me. I risked approaching him in a quiet moment, but my presence only seemed to agitate him. He pleaded to know what happened to him, but he grew violent in his distress, and his body is frighteningly strong. I fled him, but that only made matters worse. I heard the upset rampage echoing the canyon walls. It's hard to sleep here. This used to be a happy place, our happy home. Now it's rust and ruin. The laughter we shared here, replaced by the distant weeping of a machine that can't shed tears. How long have I been here now? How many times have I tried to calm that poor broken soul? I can't take it, but I suppose I deserve this. I tried to kill him. I just want to have peace, but I can't manage it. No matter what I do, I only cause him pain. I must be cursed. So many factotums around. Instantly replaced.
Surveying area. Result.
Terraria. Searching. Thing is, there are so many around, but they seem to drop fairly quick.
Dreaming. Fish pond.
This abandoned gear's teeth have nearly been worn down to nothing from continuous use. Something just over here. Gutted factotum. What was once a simple spring has been twisted into something resembling a blooming flower. I found signs that Terraria and a failed experiment are in the area. I should concentrate my efforts on a more thorough search of the area.
Assessing structural integrity. Reflecting.
Guess we'll just keep looking around.
In progress.
I've got to get down there, it looks like. Derelict laboratory. Terraria.
are you? Give me one good reason why I shouldn't reduce you to dust where you stand.
Sotha Sil is dying. He thinks your experiment may be the key to saving his life.
He what? No, absolutely not. That experiment cost me everything I held dear. I was a fool to try it. Sovor of all people should know that.
It's a risk he seems willing to take. He said he'd do whatever he could to make things right.
The only thing I want is to put an end to Bolin's misery. You want to make things right? Help me free his soul from its machine prison. Do that, and maybe, just maybe I'll be willing to entertain this insanity.
Alright, I might accomplish that.
Remove the black soul gem from his factotum body and return it to me. He'll resist you, and as that machine, Bolin is extremely dangerous. He nearly killed me during his last episode. In the meantime, I'll contact Sovor, but no promises.
Who is Bolin?
My lover. When I was still an apostle. He was mortally wounded in an accident, beyond any hope of survival, but I couldn't accept that. I was enlightened, so I saved his life by transferring his spirit into a factotum.
The end result wasn't as you'd hoped?
Bolin's consciousness took over the factotum, but the experience changed him. He always had a wild, creative mind, and I confined it to a cold, rigid prison. That stifled existence was too much to bear. It drove him mad.
You're certain you want me to destroy Bolin's body?
More than certain. Every moment that he lingers in that mechanical shell is torture. For both of us. Just don't damage the Black Soul Gem. Honestly, I'm not sure you could. But just be careful.
You mentioned an episode. What do you mean?
Bolin's moods are unpredictable. In his rare lucid moments, I try to reach out to him. But no matter what I try, I only ever seem to get him worked up into a frenzy. Seeing him like that makes me wish I wouldn't blame him if he killed me.
What do you intend to do with the Black Soul Gem, once you have it?
I don't know. I'd like nothing more than to smash it into 1,000 pieces. But there's no guarantee that that would redeem Bolin's soul. I've been so focused on finding and stopping that factotum that I haven't really considered what would come after.
Alright. I'm on the hunt. Let's go find Bolin.
Excess corrosion detected.
Is he actually still here? Yeah, looks like he must be around here somewhere.
Array fully calibrated. Awareness rating 94%.
That's not too far away at all. Bolin! He's not in a good spot. Let's get him.
Go away. Go. Go.
Take it, Baz. It's for his own good.
Quiet.
Oh, okay, we got the soul gem. Right, because of AoE looting. That was very quick, actually. Just had to go around the corner. It wasn't far at all. There's actually a raid here. For those of you veterans, has anybody tried that raid out? And how was it?
Dust aside, the equipment is in good order. We just need the vessel, and we can begin.
Is that them?
This is dredging up so many
The world feels so heavy now.
Oh, Proctor. I didn't even see you there.
Terraria said you had gone to retrieve a black soul gem for my procedure. Take it to her if you have it. I don't want to linger another moment in this failing body.
This is dredging up so many unpleasant memories. Please tell me you've managed to show Bolin some measure of peace.
Yes, I have the black soul gem.
That's something at least. I've agreed to attempt my experiment again with Sovar as my subject. He's promised to petition the Order to end my exile if I'm successful. But I couldn't care less about that. I just want this to be over.
Why go through with it then?
The truth is, I need Sovar as much as he needs me. I think the only way I can safely extract Bolin's soul from the gem is to offer it something in exchange. Who knows if I'll ever have another willing subject. Can I count on your assistance?
What do you need me to do?
I'd like you close at hand in case Sovar has a similar reaction to the experiment as Bolin. Throw that switch when you're ready to begin the transfer. I'll keep watch on the equipment from here.
Alright. I'm ready to flip the switch. Here we go.
It's begun. Now would be the time to pray.
I have faith in your sextants. Observe, learn, apply. Trust in his grand design.
Yes, it's sublime. This order.
Ifre, I can feel. Thank you. I can feel.
I think it worked. Please, please let it have worked.
I can't breathe. I don't breathe. Instead, I whir and click. It's not so different.
Think Terraria. She's more responsible for this than I am.
All cogs drive the mechanism. Removing any one from the chain, no matter how small, results in failure. I would no longer exist without the both of you. As promised, I will ensure Terraria's reinstatement to the Order. All cogs drive the mechanism.
What will you do with your new life?
Continue the quest for understanding. It has always been my purpose, and I have never been better suited for it. In this form, I may labor as tirelessly as Lord Set himself.
You seem to be coping well.
I have never been better. I may never be better. I only regret not undergoing this self-improvement sooner. The Order was faulty in denying Terraria's genius. I must correct this error.
Is there anyone who can help you if you start feeling abnormal?
There is one place where my condition would not be considered unusual. The Asylum Sanctorium. The resident alienists there can best evaluate my psyche. A stable transference will be welcome news.
Do you think the Clockwork Apostles will accept you like this? Why do you have to scratch the back of your head? I guess old habits.
They will need to be convinced of many things. My authenticity, my condition, Terraria's reintroduction. Have faith that their flaws will be corrected.
Okay. Bolin.
I don't feel myself, but I don't care.
Is it him? Is that really my Bolin, or just what's left? Will he hate me? Will he even recognize me? I can't do this. I can't face him.
This may be your last chance, too.
I know. It's better than not knowing. Always wondering, but thank you for ending this. I need a moment. I don't think Bolin has long. Bolin? Is it you? Speak to me. I need to know it's still you, please.
Terraria? When did we get so old? It's time now, isn't it?
It is. You're free now. I'm sorry for all the pain it caused.
Enough tears, love. We're liable to rust. There. That's the smile.
I am one with Lord Set's grand design. I can feel my purpose in my very core. My mind is free of the clutter of my living needs. I am no longer burdened by the weight of my decaying flesh. I am free. Thank you.
Did you see? Bolin! It was him. He seemed whole again.
Sotha transitioned as well.
Oh yes. He does seem to be coping well, or he's at least more sedate in his insanity. Don't worry. I'll keep watch over him, and make sure he doesn't lapse into some violent fugue.
Bolin seemed grateful for what you did.
He'd been suffering for so long. I'm glad his passing was a peaceful one. I have to hope that wherever he finds to rest, he's the same beautiful soul I remember. Not the tormented mind I saw in that machine.
You still have doubts about this outcome?
I'd mostly accepted that there would be no end to my punishment. I don't know that I can believe all this might work out in the end. I'll be watchful, not hopeful, for a while yet.
Take the good with the bad. Dwelling on things is only going to make you miserable.
I will try. I haven't had much cause for celebration in a long time. Out of practice. It's going to take some work.
What will you do now that this is all behind you?
Sotha seems convinced that the Clockwork Apostles need a mind like mine. I won't hold my breath waiting for them to agree. I'll keep in his company for a while, at least until I'm convinced he's stable. After that, I really can't say.
Why do you think his transition was so much easier than Bolin?
Maybe it's Sotha's faith and Sotha Sil's wisdom, or his willingness or understanding of the transition, or maybe he's just better suited to it. Bolin wasn't a Clockwork Apostle, and I made that choice for him. It was a selfish mistake.
Alright, I'll see you, Terraria and Sotha.